Thank you, Paul, and thank you, everyone. I brought my laptop just in case I forget how to use the clicker. And yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm going to walk you through what we've been working on at ClickHouse to improve support for your real-time analytics use cases. So taking just a quick step back to understand how the concept of real-time analytics evolved over time. In the 90s, if you wanted to know how many people visited your website, you had something like this. So just a simple counter. And you'd call that real-time analytics at the time, right? And we all remember refreshing these pages just to see if the numbers would actually go up. So, and if you were really lucky, you might even win a free iPod. So we came a long way since then. And now knowing that someone has visited your website is no longer enough. You want to know, You want to know what they did on your website, how they got to your website, how they behaved on your website. And we also want to understand that not in 8 hours, when the next batch job completes, but as soon as these events happen so that you can take action and drive your business using this information. So making this transition to real time, it's not exactly easy. So you have ever-growing volume of data. Simple counts are now complex, multidimensional queries. And at the same time, of course, your stakeholders expect that everything happens faster. And so what are the options that we have to manage these expectations while staying real about the actual challenge that we have, given like the volume and the velocity and the complexity of the data and the queries that you need to run. You start thinking about, what are the compromises that you need to make? Do you sacrifice freshness for speed? You might fear having to go back to writing Java at some point. So real-time analytics, entirely not a new problem. We've been trying to solve it since the first website counter, right? But making it work at scale and really work, that's what ClickHouse is trying to do better than all other databases out there. And I'm not a sales guy, so the best testimony of how well we're doing is actually seeing the customers that are using ClickHouse. You have all the Allmark names, huge scale customers like Netflix, Bloomberg, and Cloudflare, but you also have all the people in this room that will present today and vouch for their usage of ClickHouse, which is extremely cool. And yeah, so the challenge, but also the cool thing about building ClickHouse is that even for real-time analytics, the complexity and the vastness of the use cases that people come up with is really huge. So there's a lot of surface that you need to cover. And for example, Lyft is using ClickHouse to slice and dice real-time data for rider and driver analytics. But then Cloudflare is analyzing logs across trillions of internet requests to identify malicious traffic. I also talked to someone today that the first thing that they said was, we're using ClickHouse for like a really weird edge use case. So there's a little bit of everything, and that makes it challenging, but also really fun to work on this database. Okay, so what does it actually take to deliver real-time analytics at scale? We'll cover 3 things, and I'll introduce like some of the features that we have, both that have existed in ClickHouse for a while, but also new stuff that we've released recently that allow us to achieve real-time analytics. So the first one is fresh data. So if you can't deliver low latency, you can't deliver low latency insights if you can't get data into your database in near real time and with low overhead as soon as this data is available. And this is the whole purpose of ClickPipes, which is the team I work in. And this is our managed data ingestion platform. and it allows you to ingest data in real time from very varied number of sources, anything from change data capture from your transactional databases. We have hugely battle-tested Postgres CDC, MySQL CDC connectors. We just launched a Mongo connector as well, which uses the ClickHouse really powerful JSON native data type. And you can also do streaming ingestion using Kafka, MSK, Kinesis, and do continuous ingestion or batch ingestion from object storage. And soon we'll also be able to ingest change data capture from data lakes. So we'll have Iceberg and Delta Lake CDC soon if you need to reduce the latency of querying your data lake and you need the performance of ClickHouse's native format. And the keyword here is managed, because we don't want you to have to build all these pipelines. We don't want you to have to deploy the Debizium, deploy Kafka Connect, build your own connectors. And so the goal is to really abstract all that complexity from you and your team, letting us handle building the connectors from the get-go to optimize for scale and performance. And all you have to do is hopefully click a few buttons, run a few Terraform commands, and then we kind of have the rest. So this is what ClickPipes looks like. You pick your source, you enter your connection details, and you're done, TLDR. So you don't need to deploy any additional infrastructure. You don't need to use any external tools. And you also get monitoring and alerting out of the box, and all within ClickHouse Cloud with the same cloud native experience integrated with everything else you're doing in the product. And so we have hundreds of customers moving data with ClickPipes, hundreds of petabytes per month, and we'll hear from some of them also today, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, so first step, we have fresh data coming in. So what now? The second requirement is that you need blazing fast queries. And I think Alexei already spoiled this part, but this is ClickHouse's bread and butter. This is what ClickHouse is built for, to really optimize and squeeze every bit of performance from the hardware you throw at it. And at the same time, it's very aggressive about compression for maximum storage efficiency and cost control. So the numbers speak for themselves. We have public benchmarks that we maintain and that we try to top, but these are also contributed by. So we're not trying to make ClickHouse secretly more optimized, because the people that are also contributing to the benchmarks are the people that are building these other databases. So you can also run these benchmarks yourself. The numbers kind of speak for themselves. So ClickHouse is able to deliver 37 times faster data loading, 20 times faster queries than other OLAP databases, and also 10 to 100x storage efficiency through our aggressive compression. So all accessible through standard SQL. You don't need any specialized language to learn. You can also connect it to most of the tools that you use in your ecosystem, connect to it programmatically using standard drivers. So it should fit really well into your existing architecture. And again, Alexei already touched on this, but I wanted to just briefly mention that, yes, ClickHouse supports workloads that are not append only. And I got the updated numbers. I think the other numbers were from back in May for open house in San Francisco. And with the recent changes, you get up to 1,000 times faster updates. And the select latency improved a bit, and now you can expect something between 5 and 50% impact. So over time, we keep improving this, and we really want to make snappier updates. without compromising query latency. And for me, for example, it's really important that we achieve this because if you have workloads like CDC, these are like mutation-heavy workloads. So we need to really have updates and deletes being as lightweight and as fast as possible. All right, so fresh data, check, and fast queries, also check. And now the last piece is how do we make all of this scale to thousands of users, and how do we make this long-standing decision for you, or architectural decision where you can use it at the scale you're at today, but you will also not have to think about migrating away from ClickHouse once your business grows and once you need to scale. So ClickHouse Cloud is one of the ways that you can deploy ClickHouse. And like many other databases, modern databases, it separates compute and storage. And data lives in shared blob storage on S3 if you're deployed on AWS. And the compute nodes are completely stateless. And this means that you can scale up when traffic spikes. You can scale down when it drops. You can only pay for ClickHouse when you use it because it will nicely idle and go to sleep if you don't throw any queries at it. And separation of storage and compute is great, but it also creates a problem, which is S3 is cheap, but it's also slow. So we've been working on bypassing that latency, that added latency of having to do round trips to S3 every time you need to get data in ClickHouse. So no matter how many nodes you have in your ClickHouse deployment, in your ClickHouse Cloud deployment, until now, query execution was restricted to single node execution. And what we have released and is now in beta, also in open source, but open source is a bit different because you have sharding and you have to think about, it's a bit more manual and hard to actually deploy parallel replicas there. But in cloud, this works really well because what you can do now is just fan out the query across all nodes that you have available rather than us just being able to use all the cores that you gave us in a single node, and now you can use all the cores available in all nodes available. So this is really powerful, and also the performance scales almost linearly. So if you throw 10 more nodes at the query, then you get 10x faster queries. And there's no data movement, there's no resharding because all the nodes are using the underlying shared storage. And we've seen 100 billion row queries drop from 26 seconds to under 1.5 seconds running on 20 nodes. And this is how we are starting to enable interactive speed at massive scale. I'm also really excited for this to be extended to joins, which right now are also single node execution. And I really recommend reading a blog post that came out maybe 2 days ago where we benchmark parallel replicas. And it's extremely cool. Yeah. So we always benchmark any features that we put in core. So I recommend that you go and read it. And the last piece that we also recently released into private preview is distributed cache. So S3 reads, like I was saying, S3 round trips are slow. They can take anywhere from 50 to 100 milliseconds. And now we have a cluster-wide shared cache that lets any node serve hot data to any other node within 1 to 5 milliseconds. So that is 10 to 50 times faster to access data that is frequently requested. And this means that ClickHouse Cloud now can give you, with distributed cache, it can give you S3 economics with local disk performance. And you can see here we also benchmark this. There's also a very long blog post about it. On how the cold runtime on ClickHouse Cloud with distributed cache enabled is very, very close to what you would get in a shared nothing deployment on self-managed ClickHouse. Cool. So we came full circle in the 90s, real-time analytics, counting our little visitors. And today it means seeing Alexa's amazing demos that process billions of rows per second. And yeah, we're working, we'll continue to work to make sure that you can run real-time analytics without having to think about compromising freshness, speed, and scale. Hopefully, you'll be able to have them all. Thank you. And